Hey guys, SuperShadow here, aka Pastor J, and today, this title's not clickbait. We are really going to talk about a really big announcement that is going to change pretty much everything we do here, and I'm really excited about it, and I am sorry that we've had to wait this long to be able to share it with you guys. So hope you stick around after the video because we're going to get into it right after this. Alright, so if you guys have been watching on twitch.tv/SuperShadow, I stream there all the time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now Sunday on GMA's, GMA Ministries Twitch channel as well. All the links will be down below. So, this announcement only makes sense if you guys kind of hear the full story of everything that we've been doing and what we've had been going on. And so, a few months ago, if you guys rewind and if you guys know anything, we were streaming really regularly, pretty consistently, and we were hitting that 30-40 view pretty consistently, and things were really good, and the streams were really solid, and content was just kind of rolling out. We weren't really doing YouTube yet, but that was going really well. And God began to do something because of certain situations and circumstances. God kind of revealed to me and my wife that although things were going really, really well, and you know, at least on the stream side of things, and in terms of doing ministry, we felt like we were being effective. There was this other side that we just kind of felt like, man, like, God, where are you calling us to? What are we doing? We had moved out of the place that we had been living at since we had gotten married, just because our lease was up. And so we were beginning to look, and in a few months in, we were kind of just bouncing around and trying to find like a permanent home where we wanted to be, but we didn't know where that quite was, and we didn't know what God was calling us to necessarily. Obviously, we knew it was to ministry, we knew it was to be online and on Twitch and all that. We've been in this temporary space for a little bit now, but we knew this wasn't a permanent home. And so we just started praying and asking God as we got into the summer, God, make it really clear. And as some of you guys know, I've talked about it on stream, my dog got really sick. And because of that and other medical expenses that we've had to take on, I actually ended up taking another second full-time job just to be able to pay off these bills and to be able to make, you know, to be able to kind of make it. And I learned very quickly that that wasn't something I could do long term. I couldn't work 40 hours at the church, 40 hours in another job, and somehow still be able to make streams regularly 40 hours a week. Which is why during the summer my content schedule was a little bit more inconsistent. Aside from Hear Me Out that we do every Friday at 10, like all my other streams were up in the air. Reactionary Tuesday took a hit, Wisdom Wednesday took a hit, Motivational Mondays was like, it was rough. And so I kind of saw that, and I saw the effect it kind of took on our community, and just me being able to be reliable on being at streams or be able to do meetings with GMA and all of those things. And so we just began to pray and ask God, like, where are you leading? Where are you leading? Now for me, just a little bit into mine and my wife's marriage here, I like to think more of the realistic and grounded one. And so you know, that can be good in some ways, but also can be kind of bad. God, you know, I definitely would think like, okay, God, you're gonna move somewhere around here. But my wife, on the other hand, my wife is a huge dreamer. Miss Shadow is awesome at dreaming big and not limiting it on what God can do. And one of the things God really showed me and really opened my heart to this past summer was that really, God, maybe you have us in this position, in this like temporary in-between spot for a reason. And as I began to look around and see that everything that we had right now, that there was nothing really holding us down or weighing us down. Like, yes, we have family and friends here in Chicago and in Illinois, but we didn't have rent, we didn't, you know, we weren't paying, we weren't in a lease anywhere, we didn't have a home, we weren't tied up, you know, and tied down with kids that needed to go to school, to a certain school. And so we just began to pray, like, God, are you getting ready to send us somewhere else? And I didn't know where or what that would be, or what that even looked like. Maybe it was gonna be in another church and ministry, or maybe it was gonna be in business, doing something else, taking a break a little bit from, you know, the church setting, and to be able to go and pursue, you know, streaming full time. We didn't really know for sure. And so we spent the summer, and I just asked God, make it really clear where you're calling us, what you want us to do. And so I began to apply to literally everything and anything while working these two jobs. You know, for most of you that knew, I was this summer kind of helping run everything while my senior pastor was on sabbatical. And so you guys know that was another thing on top of everything else that we had going on. And I feel like I'm rambling here, so I'll kind of keep going and get to the point here. And so after applying and looking and going to honestly probably like 100 different interviews, both in business jobs as well as churches, and doing things like Skype and just different things, I had felt like there wasn't anything that was very clearly like, God, this is where you're calling us to go. There was one church that reached out, and like I said, my wife was like a really big dreamer, and so one of her dream places to be was out in California, to be near the ocean and to be by the beaches and all of that. And I thought that would be amazing, that'd be really cool, but I don't know anybody out there. I don't have any friends or anything out there. And so I said, you know what, I'm not limiting God on what God can do or where he can lead us. And so I asked God, and prayed, and during that time while we were interviewing and applying, I applied to a church out in California. And at first I didn't really hear back the first few weeks as my search began to go, and there was like some interest, and it was like, oh, can we start up a phone interview? And I did a phone interview, and then I remember like a week going by and not hearing and thinking, oh, they must have went on with other candidates. That's okay, like it's all right. And then that following week, then they said, hey, can we do another interview? And it was like kind of that rhythm for a while, for the first 3 or 4 interviews, where I was like, okay, like cool, they want to keep learning about me and hearing about stream stuff, but then they wouldn't really call me for a while, so I wasn't really sure. So by the time the summer came to an end, by August, my senior pastor was coming back, and I really didn't know what we were gonna do or where we were gonna go. But by August, I really knew and felt like the Lord was preparing us and leading us into a place that he was gonna open a new door and open up a new season for our lives, for us to do. And I knew it wasn't gonna be where we were at the time. And so when my senior pastor came back, I was nervous, but I had prayed, God, if you allow the opportunity, I don't wanna bombard him his first week back here, or his first day back. But if he asks, let me just be able to be honest and bold, and God, would you just bless this conversation? And so we met, and I told him how I was feeling, how I felt God was continuing to call us to something more. And it was amazing. I felt a weight off my chest, and he was very understanding. Gary, that some of you guys maybe have seen on stream with us before, totally understood and was supportive and got behind it. And that's where I knew again, like that reassurance and confidence. I was already sure, but just that confidence again from God, that we were making that right step in that right direction, even though we had no idea what it was. And so I kind of said, hey, I don't think it's fair to be looking and doing this without you guys kind of knowing and putting it out there and just having an end date for this, So we kind of agreed upon a date, and things kind of got shuffled around. And so by September 22nd, if you guys saw, if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or our church, newhopegroundlake.com, you saw that the 22nd, that's my last sermon that I gave there. And so it was hard. It was hard saying goodbye to a lot of people. If any of you guys are watching this, hopefully I get to see some of you guys before everything is said and done. But it was really hard, and I love the people at our church and our community, and that was probably one of the hardest things I ever had to do, was to say goodbye to people that I invested in and gotten to know, and that invested in me for the last 6 years. And on top of that, leaving not knowing where God was going to lead us next. And so it seemed like God had started opening up some doors, but we didn't really know where. So back to the California thing, we had continued interviewing and kind of Skyping and all this, and it had been going really well. And I found out by this time, into my 5th interview, that there was over 1,000 applicants, and out of that they were down to 3. Now I had no idea, like I said, this was kind of something that was happening on in the background while I'm still dealing with leaving my old church and trying to figure out, okay, God, is this a place you're going to lead? Is it going to be in Chicago? Is it going to be in Texas? Is it going to be in Colorado, California, New York, wherever? And so as we continue to pray and as we talk to this church, we looked up and realized that we were actually going to be leaving to go to California for TwitchCon There's going to be a video somewhere about that soon. And it just so happened that as we were talking and kind of figuring everything out, we realized that we were going to be leaving that following week after I preached my last sermon to go out to flying into LA and then driving down to San Diego for this conference for TwitchCon. And the church was actually right smack dab in the middle of both of those places. So I asked them during one of the interviews, I said, hey, I was talking to the senior pastor, the associate pastor, I said, hey, not to be weird or to, kind of, I don't want you guys to take this aggressively, but we're gonna be down there actually, and I'm gonna drive like right by, and I would love, if you guys are still interested, to see the church and to meet you guys and to kind of talk this all through a little bit more and have the next interview, face to face, and it wouldn't cost you guys a dime because we're already coming out there. They said yes, like of course they'd love to do that. And so on that Thursday, we flew in like a Monday or Tuesday, and we spent the first few days together, just me and Bethany in LA, kind of doing the LA stuff. And I want to, like I said, videos of all that later on. And so, and then on that Thursday, right before the conference, we went down and we met with them, and we got to talk with them and kind of hear their heart and see the church, and we just kind of felt a peace about it, and it was really kind of cool to see. And 3, 2, 1. And so they actually asked us to come back that Sunday to see a service and to see what we thought of it, and to just meet more of the community and meet some of the elders and leaders of the church. And they actually threw us a lunch at the associate pastor's house. And so I actually missed the last day of TwitchCon, essentially, to go and be at this church and to check it out. So after that, the senior pastor said, hey, before you leave, we'll be in contact with you to let you know where we're at, what we're thinking. And they did. The Wednesday that we were flying out, he called me and said that they wanted to put an offer out. And so they did, and it was amazing. Yeah. It's crazy to even really talk about this, even though I'm just talking to a camera. I've told, only some close friends and family, but they made us an offer, and they said, we'll help you get out to California and we'll take care of you. And so me and my wife kind of had prayed about it and said, okay, there's certain things that have to be in place in order for us to go. And they met or exceeded all of the things that we kind of asked of them. So guys, my big announcement is that I am moving out of Chicago to California to be right in the LA Orange County area. And it's crazy to even think about and really even to talk about, because I'm still here. I haven't left yet. I'm leaving in a few days to go down there. But guys, we are moving, and I get to quit. I put my last few days into the job that I'm currently still working. And so what does that mean for streaming, for YouTube, for all of the things? It means consistency again. It means I'll be back to a regular, office hours of a church and my regular schedule there, meaning that my streams can be consistent again like they were before, meaning I can make more videos, meaning that I can actually synergize and use these tools, because I'm going to be working with the youth as a youth pastor, that I'll actually get to be using this stuff again for ministry in a church, and they fully know and support everything we do here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So that's awesome. And so guys, this is for us as we prayed about it, and God clearly made this a door that was wide open. I've never lived outside of Illinois. I've spent summers away from home in Wisconsin or in California, but never have lived fully outside of it. And so it's with really great excitement and joy that we are saying now that we're leaving and we're going out there. And now I know for some of you guys who maybe don't live nearby or live close to me, it's like, okay, hey, we're still gonna see Jay, and even better, we'll get to see him more consistently online. It means I'm gonna have time to actually be able to do stuff and be more active in our Discord and other things. And the really exciting thing is California in San Diego, where TwitchCon is held, is only about 40 minutes from where we're going to be living. And so that guarantees I will be at TwitchCon 2020. So hopefully if you guys are coming, I would love to see you there. And also I'm going to probably be going to a lot of other conferences and cons that are going to be in that area as we make more content here on the channel. And it's going to give me a lot of opportunity to be able to network and reach and talk with other influencers and meet other people who are aspiring to do the same thing and be able to work and grow with them. And so guys, we are super excited. I don't want to make this video too long. I've already been going and rambling. I'll have to probably edit some of this down. But guys, we are excited. The Lord is just so good, and we're stoked. It's crazy to think, like, it happened so fast. And I've known for a little bit over a week and a half now, but we wanted to be able to talk to close friends and family members before making a video on it and telling all you guys. I know some of you have told already, but this is kind of the opportunity to just be able to tell everyone. And so we knew you guys were praying for us, and that some of you guys that are in our community have been, asking and saying and letting us know that you've been praying, and we are greatly appreciative of that. And me and my wife are so excited. It's amazing to be able to try something out, and we knew that if we didn't try this now, that we'd regret it later on in life. That this is just an amazing opportunity to take, and we had been praying, and I think one of the things God really showed me in this time is that as we were leaving, before we knew anywhere we were going, I had been asking the Lord, God, I want to see more of your church, more of what you have, and not go in somewhere pretending to know everything, but continue to be a student, Lord, of you and what you're teaching me and where you want to grow me and experience new things and in new places. And that's exactly what the Lord is allowing us to do, and as well as to be able to continue to make content online, which is just insane and crazy. And guys, I'm just so excited and so grateful. And so that's our announcement. We're going to be going down. We're going to be living in California, and so hopefully if you guys come down for a conference, whether that's TwitchCon, BlizzCon, if you guys come out for anything, any type of conference, we will probably be there. Now, we're still going to be doing a lot of stuff with GMA and still working with them. We're still on the board with them and doing a lot of stuff there. But yeah, that's the big announcement, guys. Things might be for the next few weeks as we're moving out there. I'm actually leaving in like a week, not even, I think like 3 or 4 days. I'm gonna be going down there and then coming back up to get my family, and then like moving down there permanently. And so with streams and everything, we're gonna do our best to keep it going and to be as consistent as possible, especially with Pastors After Dark and Hear Me Out for sure. There's probably gonna be a lot of IRL streams because I won't have all my stuff with me. I'm gonna bring my camera and my setup, hopefully, so I can keep making videos like this while we're out there, and still try to do 100 videos in 100 days and making 100 videos before the end of 2019. So that's still a goal. And so yeah, guys, I don't even know what else to say. We loved it while we were down there visiting in California. I know it's different to live somewhere than to just go and visit, and so we just see this as an exciting new chapter and a new door that God is opening to both allow our content creation as well as continue to reach the lost and to reach those in ministry in this awesome way. And so thank you guys so much for your prayers. Thank you so much. We're so excited for this opportunity and the time that it will allow us to be able to keep streaming and making content. Yeah, and so guys, we're going to be talking about it on Hear Me Out actually a few hours after this video goes live, so we'd love to have you guys. If you want to talk or congratulate me in person, I'll leave the link down below. We start at 10 a.m. Central Time. We're going to be covering all the news from this week, and specifically about this video, which Ken has not seen. So Kennethan, when you're watching this, buddy, sorry, I just wanted to see your reaction, and hopefully I'm going to ask you to record yourself actually, so we can see your reaction live and see Ken's reaction to my video. And so, buddy, I will be close to a lot of our other friends, and this just works in so many ways. Like, I'm just so beyond grateful and blessed by God that He is allowing us to do this. And so, yeah, guys, if you live in California, if you've ever been to California, if there's stuff you think you like, man, Jay, you should totally go and check this out when you get down there, please let me know in the comments down below. But thank you. It is insane, and I'm sorry that I've had to keep this a secret for so long, but this is the best way I could tell everybody and get everybody, on the same page. And so I'd love to have you guys come join us on twitch.tv/SuperShadow. Like I said, the day this video goes live at 10, even if you just get to listen in, and we'll be talking a little bit more in detail about all of this and kind of answering some other questions and things like that. And so thank you guys again so much. I know this video is probably longer than I wanted it to be, but I was trying to shorten it as best as I can. But just thank you guys. The best is yet to come. And the mission, even though we're going to be in a new location, the mission remains the same. That we are called to tell others that they are valued and loved. And so that's what we're going to continue to do here on this channel. That's what we're going to continue to do live on stream. And so it's only going to continue to get better as the opportunities are unlimited, are insane. It's unlimited potential, guys, that we get to have here, and this amazing opportunity. So I just want to take a minute to thank God. Thank you guys for your prayers for us. It was a really rocky summer and really hard, hard stuff that we had to do in order to close. God had us fully close the door before the next one opened. And so if you're in a similar state, or if you feel called, I'm not saying abandon all your responsibilities, but trust the Lord, lean heavily on Him, because you are valued and loved. So until next time, guys, in the next video, I will see you really soon. Talk to you later. Hey guys, so that was our announcement videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you could subscribe to the channel, like we said, we are trying to make 100 videos in 100 days. This video that we actually have right here is us showing just a bit of what happened at TwitchCon and kind of some of the footage from that, some of the behind the scenes stuff. And this video right over here is all the stuff we got from TwitchCon. Was TwitchCon worth it? I kept every single thing that we got from there, and I'm kind of showing you and telling you the story behind it, and also giving you some other footage that maybe didn't make it into that first video. So check it out. We'd love to have you guys come and be a part of it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.